and welcome everyone to another painting video tutorial from Untitled Creatives. My name is Ruben Martinez and I'll show you how we painted the miniatures from the Kickstarter from Cool Mini or Not and Spin Master Games. This project is called Marvel United. And these miniatures have a chibi style, and many of you asked to us about how we did this paint job onto these miniatures. So I'll show you how we do that. Remember, if you like this content, please like and subscribe this video in the YouTube channel of Untitled Creatives in order to support us and make more content for you like this. So let's start. Okay, so for the cloak I'll need to mix some brownie stone. Okay, so for example I will use, let me check, this color for example is a reddish brown, which will be perfect for this part, and I'll mix this color with the previous one because I'll obtain more ambience on my miniature, more color coherence between all my mixes. Okay, so again I will use some magenta this way, and some violet in order to desaturate and make it darker, this color. Okay, something like that. You see how fun is mixing. You could create whichever color you want, and you have the power to combine and make your own palette. Is more funny, I think, to paint in this way. Okay, I will use this color for the shadows. Okay, and now I'll need a color for the lights. So for the light I will use the pinkish one in order to increase the value of this mix. I'm trying to match again the color of the illustration, and I will add a touch of orange in this way to make these lights more warmer. Okay, so I think I'm pretty near the color that I want. Something like that will be okay, I think. Perfect. So same process as before. I will cover first the shadows. Okay, for the cloak it's very easy to identify the shadows because these parts are pretty darker, so they are the one that needs to be covered with this color. You are not sure about this color, you of course could correct easily in this step. So you could add more violet, more magenta, and make another layer. It's better to correct these kind of things in these steps. For example, I will use more violet for these very low parts, okay? I'm correcting my mix here. In this way. Okay, and as I did before, I need two black lines and separate the elements between them. So this is why I'm painting this dark line between the jacket and the cloak. Here, pretty the same. Okay. Some shadows are needed here. You'll see how the black priming is sewed in this part. Okay. And here we have clearly sewed the shadow parts and the light parts of the cloak. Sorry if sometimes I'm out of the camera. Okay, these wrinkles need to be darker in these points. You're the same. And trust me, it's pretty easy to sketch the miniature in this way. Don't be afraid, because in this step you could correct the mistakes easily. Better than later when you have everything painted and with your smooth gradients. It's better to make corrections right now. Okay, here some shadow is needed. And I'm painting the separation line between the cloak and the shirt. Something like that. Perfect. Okay, as you could see, you don't need to be very precise. If you paint in a wrong place, you could correct it later, because I don't have painted anything of the surrounding parts. Okay, so the shadows are ready. Now I'll add some lights. Okay, I'll add a little bit of orange, and I'll check the color. It's matching my reference. If I'm happy with the color, so it's okay for me. I don't need to correct. You will see that sometimes I'm painting with the tip of the brush, and in other brush strokes I paint with the side of the brush in order to make wider brush strokes. This is another useful tip. And in this way I'm drawing the wrinkles. Okay, I will add some light these parts. And don't worry about the gradients, okay? I'll show you how to blend later. But not every gradient needs to be blended, okay? So if you like something, don't touch it. Okay. And it's almost ready, this part. I need to paint something in the front view. And here. A little bit of light is needed, and as well in this part they are so exposed to the light, so they need a little bit of light color. Sunlight is needed in the solder as well. Like this. And I'm taking care to not paint the recesses. The recesses are with the darker color, the shadow. And this is how I made a contrast. And the volumes are defined. Okay. Okay, so this is my light and shadows onto these parts, and I show you how to blend with brush, for example, these white areas using technique called wet blending. Okay, so if you apply your shadow color in this way, and before it dries, you could blend this gradient with your light color. Okay, you'll need to make more diluted mix for this, and in this way you'll see how the colors start to blend together. It's very useful in white areas like those ones. Okay, I'm picking again the darker tone of the shadows and applying to these parts. Okay, remember to make more diluted mix to this technique. Okay, and see how the colors are blended together. Okay, I will add a little dot of light to this part of the bag because I want to make more strong light there. So I mix a lighter color than my previous light, and simply I apply this color onto these parts. In this way. Okay, you don't need to use this color in every lighter part. I will use only in the upper parts in order to make a strong effect of light over this side. And here pretty the same. I will use this color to enhance the light of this part. In this way I'll make a edge highlighting with this color to define the edge. Of course, don't forget to make these kind of highlightings. And with this color, I'll retouch this light, and this point of light on this side. I'm making this part more light because I'm trying to focus the attention on the face, and this part are near the face, so and why not here a little touch. Perfect. I will correct some parts with the darker tone in order to remark these volumes, because I painted onto this area with the light colors. Okay, so now is the time to correct. Okay, and again the separation between the jacket and the cloak. I will remark this perfectly. I'm painting as well these details, these elements, and the separation between those other elements. Okay. Okay, so of course I almost forget to highlight this edge in order to get more defined edge here, and of course these edges of the end of the cloak. Okay, I'm making some highlighting as well in these parts, and why not smoothing some gradients. And defining this edge. And this one needs to be defined as well. Okay. This one, sorry for the position, but you will find more comfortable to highlight some edges in the downwards position for your miniature in this way. Okay, now you see this edge of the cloak. And of course this other edge needs to be highlighted. Okay. I will add some touches of light as well here. And I'll reinforce this point of light and this one as well. Okay, I need a little touch here, but these are personal decisions, okay? You could make your own approach for your line in stem, okay? I make a highlighting of this edge as well in this part. And it's ready. This light sketch. Okay. Ready.